My name is Brian Miller. I'm the Director of Code Enforcement for Plainsboro Township. Our department is comprised of 4 separate divisions: building, fire prevention, housing, and health. And so basically the Code Enforcement Department, one aspect of it is construction. We issue permits for construction projects, alteration projects, and things regulated by the Uniform Construction Code to the state of New Jersey. Our housing inspection program is done through a township ordinance, and we are responsible for inspecting all rental properties and all properties that are sold or rented. And our fire prevention division is responsible for the enforcement of the Uniform Fire Code. So that part of our department enforces those regulations. And our health inspector is from the Middlesex County. She is a registered environmental health specialist, and she's responsible for the health inspections of foods establishments and public swimming pools. There's a long list of projects that require permits or township approval. Probably most of the projects that someone does on the interior of their home may or may not require a permit, depends on the project. So hopefully people will give us a call or inquire before they undertake the project to see if it needs permits, but things like finishing a basement or adding an addition or building a deck, those are the things that require the approval of the township, both from our department and from planning and zoning. Certain things don't require a permit, and that list of things got longer in March of 2018 when the state revised the regulations for what they call ordinary maintenance. Those are the things that you can do that don't require a permit. Those things include renovation of a bathroom, the replacement of fixtures with similar fixtures in the same location. You can also roof a single family, I should say a 1 or 2 family detached dwelling, that's the technical language, but someone in a single family dwelling does not require a permit any longer for roofing or re-siding. That was one of the things changed in March of 2018. And also kitchen renovations, another popular project. People will renovate their kitchens, new countertops, new cabinets, new appliances, as long as everything stays in the same place. There's no relocation of fixtures. That work is also ordinary maintenance. So that's the short list of things that require approval from the township. Obviously a new construction project goes through a whole process through the planning board. You want to construct a new commercial office building, that's something that clearly is going to be an involved process. If a Plainsboro resident is interested in finding out if the permit's required, we highly recommend they visit our webpage on the Township of Plainsboro's website. They can navigate themselves to the Code Enforcement Department relatively easily. We're always available to answer questions by telephone, and we can also answer any questions via email. So a lot of people will contact us either through the phone or via email, and we can respond accordingly to their inquiry. Yes, the software that we're hoping to acquire and implement this year is a web-based platform, which is different than what we currently use. Currently we use 2 separate modules for our building and our housing divisions, and it requires a lot of extra effort on our part to ensure things like open permits are closed when we do a resale inspection for a property, or if there are open permits on a project that we're currently inspecting. So the hope is with the new software, we'll have a lot better integration between building and housing, and even within the building division for properties that have open permits that we're there currently to look at something that's new. So the interface is what I'm hoping to have improved. I'm also hoping that this will be an improvement for the customer in that they will see better interface between these 2 aspects of our department. Quite often people think that they're 2 separate entities, building and housing, but we're all within the same department. And so the 3 women that work tirelessly in our office to ensure that there are no open permits when a property is rented or sold, hopefully their job will become easier, and we will let this software do the work for us, and those kinds of things will be populated just based on property address as opposed to doing a an in-depth search of a property record. So if we type in 123 Main Street, we will see all of the things that 123 Main Street has had, rental inspections, resale inspections, permits, all of that information will be on one screen. So that will help both our inspectors and our technical and administrative staff improve our process. Well, one of the hopes is that we can build upon this software in the fact that there are certain other departments that I think would benefit from this, not only my department. For example, one of our technical staff, administrative staff, spends a considerable amount of time satisfying open public records requests. So we are always receiving them, and they are typically for what I would consider routine or basic information. A list of permit history, a survey, or a copy of some piece of information specific to a particular property. So my hope is that as we build on this software this year and into next year, we can allow the resident or the customer to look at this information themselves by having access to a portal. Instead of us providing the information, they can acquire the information on their own. Because as you know, most of us are doing everything electronically now, and at 10 or 11 o'clock at night, somebody can look up information on a property that they're interested in and not have to wait until Monday at 8:30 to call us and speak to somebody and find out that information. We've started the requisition process. My hope is that we will have implementation by the end of this year, hopefully as early as the fall. A lot of this is contingent upon the provider of the software's availability. So there's a setup, there's some training involved, and I'm assuming that process will take about 2 weeks in total. And then, any unforeseen glitches along the way. But hopefully we'll be up and running completely by the beginning of next year. Yes, I would hope that the residents have a good experience with our department. I would consider us a very efficiently staffed department. Currently we have 13 staff members, and we issue approximately 2,000 to 2,500 permits a year. We perform over 13,000 inspections annually in our department. So when you look at those numbers and you really drill down on the quantity and the quality of work that we provide, I think it's outstanding. And so every one of us does a great job. We work tirelessly to provide the best service to our residents and the folks that live here and work here and do business with us. So my hope is that they see that in the quality of service that they get from us.